That means, look at quadratic inequalities means first we will see intervals. Look at intervals. How the intervals will be. Right? Look at here. X belongs to A comma B. Look at X belongs to A comma B means this is interval. This bracket is called open bracket. This bracket is called open bracket. Right? X belongs to A comma B means A comma B means A less than X lies between A and B. X lies between A and B. So suppose let us say like this. X belongs to 1 comma 3 means in this interval 1 will not be there. In this bracket 1 means X will not take the value of 1. X will not take the value of 3. This interval means that X lies between 1 and 3. 1 less than X less than 3. That means X belongs to 1 comma 3 means X is a value between 1 and 3. Open interval means 1 will not be there, 3 will not be there for X. This bracket 1 means X will not take 1 between 1 and 3 strictly. This means that X greater than 1 and X less than 3. Right? So this interval means open interval. This is called open interval. A to B means all the numbers between A and B excluding A and B. Right? So this is called open interval. First interval. Second, look at X belongs to closed A comma B. This bracket is called closed bracket. This bracket is called closed bracket. This bracket means A will be there. X will take the value of A also. Look at that means this means that A less than or equal to X. Less than or equal to B. X lies between A and B and X will take the value of A as well as B. Suppose look at X belongs to 1 comma 3, let us say, means 1 less than or equal to X less than or equal to 3. It means that X is a value between 1 and 3. X is a value between 1 and 3. X can be 1 also, X can be 3 also. That means if 1 comma 3 interval means all the numbers between 1 and 3 including 1 and 3. This open interval 1 comma 3 means all the numbers between 1 and 3 excluding 1 and excluding 3. This means that if X lies between 1 and 3 means X will be greater than or equal to 1 and X less than or equal to 3. This interval is used to indicate all the numbers strictly between 1 and 3. Strictly between 1 and 3. 1 and 3 will not be there. This interval is used to indicate all the numbers between 1 and 3, including 1 and 3. Just difference. Next term, third. X belongs to, look at here. Left side closed bracket, right side B. This open bracket. That means what? All the numbers between A and B, including A and excluding B. This square bracket means including A. This bracket means excluding b. That means x will lie between a and b. X is a real number between a and b. X will take the value of a but will not take the value of b. That means look at, suppose it is like this. X belongs to 1 comma 3 like this. This means what? 1 less than or equal to x less than 3. That means x greater than or equal to 1 and x less than 3. This interval indicates all the values between 1 and 3, including 1 and excluding 3. In this interval, all the numbers will be there. Between 1 and 3, 1 will be there and 3 will not be there. 1 will be there because 3 is in open bracket. Open bracket means 3 will not be there. X will not take the value of 3. Closed bracket means x will take the value of 1 but will not take the value of 3. Right? So this is left side closed, right side open. This one. Right? So number 4. If this is like this, look at. If this is like this, that means left side open, right side closed. That means what? All the numbers between a and b, excluding a and including b. This means that a less than x less than or equal to b. That means if you are writing like this means 1 comma 3. This means that 1 less than x less than or equal to 3. Right? X will take all the values between 1 and 3. X will not take the value of 1 and takes the value of 3. This bracket indicates all the numbers between 1 and 3, excluding 1 and including 3. Right? This means that x greater than 1 and x less than or equal to 3. These are the 4 intervals. Right? Here look at. Just strictly between 1 and 3, all the numbers between 1 and 3. This means all the numbers between 1 and 3, including 1 and including 3. This means all the numbers between 1 and 3, including 1, excluding 3. This means all the numbers between 1 and 3, including 1, excluding 1 and including 3. These are the 4 intervals you will come across. Whenever this interval is there, you have to understand that numbers between first number and last number, if open bracket is there, then that number is included. If closed bracket is there, if open bracket is there, that number is not included. If closed bracket is there, that number will also be there. These 4 intervals meaning. These 4 are called intervals. If you are writing in these brackets, this is called an interval. Suppose look at next. Suppose you will get like x greater than a. Look at this. X greater than m. X greater than a means x will be, suppose like this. Look at x greater than 2. X greater than 2 means what? From 2 to anything. X can take values more than 2. That means we will write like this. A comma infinity. That means this is what? 2 comma infinity. X greater than 2 means what are the values x you will get? 2.01, 2.02 and so on, everything greater than 2. That means maximum is what? Infinity. Infinity. Infinity and minus infinity must always be included in the open interval. Wherever you are writing infinity, infinity means what? Maximum positive value. That can be anything. That is unknown. Maximum means. That's why whenever you are writing infinity in an interval, you always write in open interval only because that value is unknown to you. Right? So infinity always must be included in the open interval. Greater than 2 means from 2 to infinity. So here a open bracket, infinity open bracket. That means x will not take the value of a because x cannot be 2. Strictly greater than 2. That's why open interval written. Suppose next one. Suppose x greater than or equal to a. That means what is the interval you will get? A comma infinity. Suppose x greater than or equal to 2. That means x belongs to 2 to infinity. 2 also x will take. Infinity always in the open bracket. Right? So this is the interval greater than a, greater than 2, greater than or equal to 2. Suppose let us say x less than a. That means all the numbers less than a. That means x belongs to minus infinity comma a. Minus infinity comma a. Suppose take an example x less than 2. X less than 2 means real number will be like this amount. So 2 is the real number. X less than 2 means all these numbers. That means from minus infinity to 2. So that means minus infinity comma 2. Minus infinity is unknown to you. That's why I have included in the open interval. Minus infinity is the least value of the real number. Least value you don't know how much least it is. That's why minus infinity means an unknown least value. That means minus infinity to 2. Suppose you are getting x less than or equal to a. That means in this case a must be included minus infinity comma a. Suppose you got x less than or equal to 2. What to write? Less than or equal to 2. That means from minus infinity to 2. 2 closed bracket because x can be 2 also. Look at here greater than 2 from 2 to infinity. Right? Greater than or equal to 2. From 2 to infinity 2 closed bracket. Less than 2. That means from minus infinity to 2 open bracket. Less than or equal to 2 minus infinity to 2 closed bracket like that. Greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Next, look at quadratic inequalities. Quadratic inequalities. Next, look at quadratic inequalities. Right? Quadratic inequalities means ax square plus bx plus c greater than less than 0 like this. Ax square plus bx plus c less than or equal to 0. Ax square plus bx plus c greater than 0. Ax square plus bx plus c greater than or equal to 0. Always make a positive amount. Always make a positive. I am telling the formula. If a, that means coefficient of x square, always make positive. Always make positive. Negative is there, take minus common. Always make a positive for writing the formula I am telling below. Like this. That means you have to find the values of x for which this is less than 0, this is less than or equal to 0, this is greater than 0, this is greater than or equal to 0. Right? Now first step is for solving these inequalities, first we will find the roots. Let alpha comma beta be root sum. First we have to make a greater than 0. After that, let alpha, beta are the roots of ax square. First we will find the roots. How we will find the roots? We have a formula, na? X equals minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Let alpha comma beta be the roots. Here, smaller root we will take alpha, bigger root we will take beta. Right? Suppose two roots you got. Smaller root we will take alpha, bigger root we will take beta. Alpha less than beta. Right? Number one. So therefore, suppose it is like this. Look at Suppose you got like this. This we will factorize. This we will factorize. If factors you will get, factors are nothing but root sum. This we will write like this. Right? This is there. We will factorize. If you get factors, what are the roots only? You will get factors. Right? We will find the roots and then that is nothing but x minus alpha into x minus beta less than 0. If it is like this, then x values are nothing but alpha comma beta. So solution set of this type of inequality where x minus alpha into x minus beta less than 0. Solution set means x lie in the interval alpha comma beta. That means, this means that what I told, x lies between alpha and beta. This means that alpha less than x less than beta. Alpha less than x less than beta. Less than 0 is there. You write this x belongs to alpha comma beta. That is the solution set. X must lie between alpha and beta. This means what? Open interval. Open interval means x alpha less than x less than beta means x lies in the interval alpha comma beta. Whenever less than 0 is there, you write open interval. Why open interval? Because for alpha it will become 0 because 0 is not there. You cannot include alpha because at alpha root, no, this will become 0. He is strictly asking less than 0. That's why open interval. Whenever equality is not there, equal to 0 is not there, always open interval. Right? This. So next one. First one is this sum. Look at. Next. I will explain while solving the problems about that interval. Suppose you got less than or equal to 0. Less than or equal to 0. We will factorize this first. First step is to factorize. To factorize less than or equal to 0. First we will find the roots. Right? And factorize this one x minus alpha into x minus beta less than or equal to 0. That implies whenever you will get less than or equal to 0. So equal to 0 is also there, right? Closed bracket. Same interval you will get, but here closed bracket. Because x equal to alpha means this will become 0. X equal to beta means this will become 0. Equal to 0 is also there. That's why if equal to 0 is there, always closed bracket. If equal to 0 is not there, same question, open bracket, alpha comma beta. This means alpha less than or equal to x less than or equal to beta. X will lie between alpha and beta. X takes the value of alpha and x takes the value of beta also. Between alpha and beta, including alpha and beta. Right? So this is second number, less than or equal to 0. So third one. Greater than 0. Greater than 0. This we will factorize. Greater than 0. Greater than 0. That means for this answer is minus infinity. Look at what I am writing. Minus infinity, comma, open alpha, alpha union, beta, comma, infinity. This is the answer. Beta, comma, infinity. This means nothing is there. No need to confuse with union. This means that x less than alpha or x greater than beta. That means all the values less than alpha will satisfy this. All the values greater than beta will satisfy this. Right? So union means these values will be there, these values will be there for x. As well as union means as well as these values less than alpha as well as these values greater than beta. So this is the solution set. This means minus infinity to alpha means what? Less than alpha, this side. That means all the values less than alpha. Beta to infinity means what? All the values greater than beta. So if greater than 0 is there, solution set is minus infinity comma alpha union beta comma infinity. Suppose greater than or equal to 0. Greater than or equal to 0 means we will factorize like this. Right? So if greater than is there, just include in closed bracket alpha union beta comma infinity. Right? So that means this means that x less than alpha less than or equal to alpha or x greater than or equal to beta. Just difference between this and this is here we will write alpha beta in the closed bracket. That means all the values less than or equal to alpha, all the values greater than or equal to beta are the solution set. Dashwant, what is your doubt? Tell me. Dashwant, you have raised your hand. What is your doubt? Huh? What is your doubt, Amma? Emma? యూనియన్ అంటే ఏమి లేదు. అరే యూనియన్ అంటే ఏమి లేదు, ఒక సింబల్ అది. అర్థమైంది కదా? యూనియన్ అంటే ఏంటంటే ఈ వాల్యూస్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ ఆ వాల్యూస్ అని అర్థం యూనియన్ అంటే. యూనియన్ ఎందుకు తీసుకెళ్ళాలి? లెస్ దాన్ కాదురా, గ్రేటర్ దాన్ వచ్చినప్పుడు. అవును. ఇప్పుడు ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తాను, నీకు అర్థమవుతుంది. ఓకేనా? ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తే నీకు ఒక 10 minutes లో నీకు అర్థమవుతుంది. అర్థం కాకపోతే హ్యాండ్ రైజ్ చేయప్పుడు. ఓకేనా? ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్పినప్పుడు యూనియన్ ఏంటనేది అర్థమైంది, నేను చెప్తాను. ఓకే, చూడు. Look at so look at we have factorized here, right? After factorization less than 0, x belongs to open alpha beta, first formula, right? Second formula, after factorization you got less than or equal to 0. X belongs to closed alpha beta, less than or equal to 0. After factorization you got greater than 0. X belongs to minus infinity comma alpha union beta to infinity. That is the answer. I will explain what are those intervals. After factorization, you got greater than or equal to 0. Minus infinity, comma, alpha, union, beta to infinity. Look at for the first formula, second formula, same answer. Here we have written open interval, here we have written closed interval. Right? That is the difference. Equal to is there always closed interval. Equal to not there open interval. Because alpha, beta are roots. For that, here it will become 0. Here less than 0 only, it cannot become 0. That's why. Look at for this and this same formula. Just here alpha beta open interval is there. Here alpha beta closed interval. That is the only difference. Right? Now look at if you see the problems, you will get an idea why these intervals like this. Look at. We will see some examples today. Always look at here. Always if you see first one, here before x what is there? 1 positive. Before x positive must be there. Before x positive quantity in the factors, the number before x always you must make it positive. You must make it positive. If negative is there, take minus common. If in the factors, if this x before what is there 1, this x before what is there 1, right? If negative number is there, you take minus common, such that this formula I have given only when they are positive, right? Look at the problems. Suppose take one example. See clearly, you will understand it. Otherwise, raise your hand. Suppose look at, I am giving the problems, look at. Find the values of x for which first question. First question. See, x minus 1 into x minus 4 less than 0. Right? All of you listen carefully. X minus 1 into x minus 3 less than 0. Already factorized form only given. Roots. First we have to find the roots. Equate left hand side to 0. Equate left hand side to 0. What are the roots? 1 comma 4. So alpha you take the smaller one, beta you take the greater value. Look at, equate this to 0 and find the roots first. So that means directly you will get x equal 1 comma 4. Alpha, pick up the smallest one as alpha, biggest one as beta. Now what is the answer? This is less than 0. That means x belongs to alpha comma beta. Therefore x belongs to alpha is what? 1 comma 4. That means what is your answer you got? X lies between 1 and 4. Right? You look at what is the answer you got? 1 to 4. That means you take any value between 1 and 4 you like. Right? Any value. Suppose let us take 2. Let us take 2. This 2 minus 1 into 2 minus 4 is what? 2 minus 1, 1. 2 minus 4 is what? Minus 2. So 1 into minus 2 is what? Negative. So for these values of x, this will always be negative. Right? Suppose 3 you take 3, x equal to 3. You substitute here 3 minus 1 into 3 minus 4 less than 0. Solution of this inequality means what? You have to find the values of x such that this product is less than 0. What are those values? Between 1 and 4. Right? So in between 1 and 4, we have taken the value. Suppose outside this interval, if you take the value, suppose take x equal to 5. X equal to 5 means here look at 5 minus 1 into 5 minus 4. What is that? 5 minus 1 is 4 into 5 minus 4 is 1. Right? 4 into 1 that is positive. That will not satisfy. This you are getting positive. He has given negative. That means other than these x values, if you take any value, what happens? It will not be negative. Right? So we have to find the values of x for which it is negative. This is in factorized form. Find the roots first. Right? Roots are 1 comma 4. Smallest one is alpha, biggest one is beta. Less than 0 means what is the answer? Alpha comma beta. So therefore solution of this inequality is what? Open 1 to 4. That means x lies between 1 and 4. Suppose let us say x minus 1 into x minus 4 less than or equal to 0. Less than or equal to 0. Same root sum. Roots are this only. Alpha is 1, beta is 4. Alpha is 1, beta is 4. Less than or equal to 0 you got. That means answer is what? Alpha comma beta. That implies x belongs to 1 comma 4. Same answer, but 1 and 4 are in closed brackets. Because if x equal to 1, this will be 0. Here 0 is not there. That's why 1 and 4 open bracket. If x equal to 1, what happens? 0. Satisfied? X equal to 4, what happens? 0. That means we are including those values of x for which it is 0 also. Previously, we have not included the values for which it will be 0. Like this third question. X minus 1 into x minus 2 greater than 0. Greater than 0. Same root sum, alpha equal to 1, beta equal to 4. What is the answer? Look at all of you. Minus infinity comma alpha. What is the formula? Union beta comma infinity. Look at here. Minus infinity comma alpha is what? 1 union 4 comma infinity. Look at this interval means that, look at, x can be less than 1. Union means or. x can be greater than 4. That means what is this meaning is all the values x less than 1 is the solution and all the values greater than 4. All the values less than 1 means take one value, less than 1 you take any value, right? Less than 1 you take one value, let us say 0, let us say 0, substitute here 0 minus 1 into 0 minus 2. So minus 1 into minus 2, positive, satisfied or not? Less than 1 you take any value, let us say minus 2, minus 2 minus 1 into minus 2 minus 2. So minus 3 into minus 4, what is that? Positive, satisfied. That means all the values x less than 1 will satisfy this. Similarly, greater than 4 values you take. Suppose take greater than 4 means 5 value you take. 5 value substitute here. 5 minus 1 into 5 minus 2. So this is 4 into 3, 12, positive only. That means this union means that x less than 1 values as well as x greater than 4 values is the solution. All the values x less than 1 as well as all the values x greater than 4. Union means nothing, a symbol, right? These values as well as those values. All the values are the solutions. Union means nothing is there. Harshvardhan Reddy, what is your doubt? రూట్స్ ఎక్కడ వస్తాయి? రూట్స్ ఎక్కడ? అవును, ఇక్కడ నేను మార్చాను. ఇక్కడ 4, ఇక్కడ 4 పొరపాటు 2 పడింది. ఓకేనా? ఇక్కడ 4 అండి, 4 తీసుకోండి. x minus 1 into x minus 4. Right? Now this is the one. Fourth one, look at it. X minus 1 greater than or equal to 0. Greater than or equal to 0. Roots are same, amma. Roots are same. Alpha equal to 1, beta equal to 4. What is the answer? Greater than or equal to 0 means minus infinity, comma. Equal to means closed bracket for alpha. Simple. Like that. Closed bracket. That means what you will get here, minus infinity, comma. Alpha is what? 1. Union 4, comma infinity. This means that these values as well as those values, x less than or equal to 1 or x greater than or equal to 4. Just difference is 1 and 4 you will get also, because at 1 it is 0, at 4 it is 0. All the values less than or equal to 1 will satisfy that. All the values greater than or equal to 4 will satisfy. In the previous case, only 1 and 4 will not be there. In this, 1 and 4 will be there, because at those values it will become 0. Here equal to 0 is not necessary, only greater than 0. Like that, simple run. Factorized form first. Left hand side factorized form, right hand side 0. Less than 0. What is the answer? X belongs to open alpha, comma beta. Less than or equal to 0. X belongs to closed alpha beta. Greater than 0, x belongs to minus infinity, comma alpha union beta to infinity, all open bracket. Right? Greater than or equal to 0, minus infinity, comma alpha closed union closed beta, comma infinity. That's all. Right? I have given factorized form. So you have to factorize. I have given directly factorized form. Look at some models where you have to factorize and bring it to this form. Look at suppose take one example. X square minus 4x minus 5 less than or equal to 0. Take this example, right? Take this example. So always when it is not in factorized form, first coefficient of x square is there, that must be positive, right? When it is not in factorized form, coefficient of x square always must be positive. It is positive only, right? Now factorize. Now factorize means what is that? 1 into minus 5 minus 4 you have to get, right? This is minus 5 1, right? So we will factorize like this: x square minus 5x plus x, like this. Factorize. So x into x minus 5 plus 1 into, just factorize x plus 1 into this, right? So this is the one. Now roots, just equate it to 0. Left hand side, equate it to 0. What you will get? Roots. These are nothing but roots, right? This is alpha, smallest one is alpha, biggest one is beta. Smallest root is what? Minus 1, biggest root is what? Beta. Therefore x belongs to, what is the answer? Alpha comma beta. That means x belongs to minus 1 comma 5. This means what? Minus 1 less than or equal to x. X lies between minus 1 and 5. Between minus 1 and 5, you substitute any value. This will be less than or equal to 0. So this is called solution set of the given inequality. That means if you substitute any x between this and this left side quantity will be less than or equal to 0. Right? So that is the solution. That is how to factorize. Right? Suppose take the next question. Look at less than 0. Like this it is given. Okay? Like this it is given. Right? Now if you look at the quadratic, how it is? Minus x square minus 5x plus 6 less than 0. Now look at, before x square negative is there, first make it positive. Minus of x square plus, this only I have written, minus x square plus 5x minus 6 less than 0. Now I am taking minus common, less than 0. Right? Now I have taken minus common. Now both sides I am multiplying with minus. If you multiply with minus, inequality will interchange. X square minus, multiply with minus 1 on both sides, then inequality will interchange. If you multiply with minus, if this is less than, it will become greater than 0. So this is the one. Now you factorize this one. Now I have first make x square coefficient positive. I have taken minus common. So this is x square coefficient will become positive. Now factorize. What are the factors? X minus 2 into x minus 3 greater than 0. You can factorize. X minus 2 into x minus 3 equal to 0. Then roots. Roots means x minus 2 into equal to 0. So x equal to 2 comma 3. Alpha is 2, beta is 3. Smallest one is what? 2, biggest one is what? 3. So therefore what is the answer if greater than 0 is there? Therefore x belongs to minus infinity comma alpha union beta comma infinity. That means what is the answer? Minus infinity comma alpha is 2 union 3 comma infinity. This interval means that solution contains x less than 2 values or x greater than 3 values. X less than 2, all the values will be there. x greater than 3, all the values will be there. This is the solution set. Just after factorizing formulas, 4 formulae. Suppose, look at next problem. Two x square minus 13x minus 7 greater than or equal to 0. Greater than or equal to 0. Look at this one. Greater than or equal to 0. Right? Now we will factorize among this one. We will factorize. 2 into minus 7 is what? Do factorization in your own method. Minus 14. So here minus 13 you have to get. What are the factors? Minus 14 and 1. Such that minus 14 plus 1 is what? Minus 13. So I am factorizing. So minus 14x plus x minus 7 greater than or equal to 0. Factorize this. 2x into x minus 1 plus 1 into x minus 7 greater than or equal to 0. Greater than or equal to 0. Right? So now x minus 1 take common. This you will get roots. So roots are, if you equate this to 0, what are the roots you will get? Equal to 0, you will get 7 comma minus 1 by 2. 7 comma minus 1 by 2. Therefore, this is alpha, this is beta. Smallest one is alpha. So greater than or equal to 0 means what is the answer? X belongs to minus infinity comma alpha closed union beta comma infinity. Beta comma infinity. Therefore, x belongs to, what is the answer? Minus infinity comma minus 1 by 2 union 7 comma infinity. This is the solution set. These values of x will satisfy that inequality. Right? Like that, how to factorize them? So suppose it is like this. Okay. Suppose it is like this. X square minus 4 less than or equal to 0. So x term is not there. You can easily factorize this one. Just write like a square minus b square. A square minus b square. Right? You can easily factorize x plus 2 into x minus 2. What are the roots? If this is 0, what you will get? Minus 2 comma 2. These are the roots. These are the roots. What is alpha? Alpha is this, beta is this. Alpha is this, beta is this. So therefore less than or equal to 0 means what is the answer? Less than or equal to 0 means x belongs to alpha comma beta. That implies x belongs to minus 2 comma 2. Minus 2 comma 2. This is the interval solution set. Right? So just like that, if x square a constant is there, you just write like a plus b into a minus b. Suppose another example. 3 minus x square, 3 minus x square less than or equal to 0. Suppose let us take this one. Now look at here. X square quotient is what? Minus. First you make it positive. If you want to use the formula, quotient of x square must be positive. So x square minus 3. I have taken minus common. I have taken minus common. Therefore, multiply with minus 1. You will get x square minus 3 greater than or equal to 0. Now write perfect square. Root 3 whole square. Root 3 whole square greater than or equal to 0. That means x plus root 3 into x minus root 3 greater than or equal to 0. Right? What are the roots? If this is 0, what are the values of x you will get? X equal to minus root 3 comma root 3. That means alpha is what? Minus root 3, beta is what? Root 3. Therefore, what is the solution set? X belongs to alpha comma beta. No. Greater than means x belongs to minus infinity comma alpha union beta comma infinity. That is the answer. That means alpha is what? Minus root 3. Minus infinity comma minus root 3 union root 3 comma infinity. Root 3 comma infinity. So this is the answer. Look at some people, this problem will do like this. Look at some people, this problem is there, the above problem. Some people will do like this. Look at what is the mistake we will identify if you are doing like that. Look at such that we can avoid mistakes. Look at this is there x square minus 4 less than or equal to 0. Some people will do like this. Look at I am explaining. Look at this. This we have factorized. Now some people will do like this. Look at this is mistake. Some people will write like this. Look at. Some people will write like this, right? X less than or equal to plus or minus 2 they will write. X less than or equal to plus or minus 2 they will write. Right? Root is there plus or minus 2 they will write. And then they will write x less than 2 comma x less than minus 2. Right? They will write x less than 2, x less than minus 2. Writing like this is wrong. Look at here, you can easily check. X less than 2, suppose take x less than 2. X belongs to means what? Minus infinity comma 2. That means all the values less than 2. All the values less than 2 means everything must satisfy. Less than 2, suppose I am taking, less than 2 I am taking, let us say minus 3. Less than 2 means minus 3 will also be there. I am taking minus 3. In this minus 3 will be there. X less than 2 means x equal to minus 3, you substitute here. What you will get? Minus 3 whole square means 9 minus 4. That is what? 5 positive, not negative. That means what? This is wrong. Right? Suppose if you take x less than minus 2, x less than minus 2, x less than minus 2, you take any value you like. Suppose minus 4, you take minus 4. Here what you will get? 16 minus 4. That is what? 12. That is positive, not negative. Now this is not solution. Don't write like this. Right? Whenever it is there like this, you factorize bringing this side. Bringing this side, you convert always into factorized form. Don't write like this. This is wrong. Right? Always, whenever the quadratic is there, you try to factorize and bring it to our forms. 4 forms are there. Bring it to those forms. Suppose take another problem. Take another problem. Okay. Suppose 7 minus 9x square. 7 minus 9x square less than 0 is there. 7 minus 9x square less than 0 is there. Right? So now this is minus x square before minus 9 is there. I am taking minus common. Just I am taking minus common less than 0. Right? First make x square quotient always positive. Right? Now I am multiplying with minus 1 on both sides. 9x square minus 7 greater than 0, greater than 0. If you multiply with minus, you will get this less than 0 means you will get greater than 0. Suppose this I am writing perfect square. Look at 3x whole square minus root 7 whole square greater than 0. Right? 3x whole square. Just write perfect square. 3x whole square. This 9x square is 3x whole square. 7 is nothing but root 7 whole square. Now a square minus b square. 3x plus root 7 into 3x minus root 7 greater than 0. Greater than 0. Now roots means equate this to 0. Equate this quadratic to 0. What you will get the roots? X equal, this is 0 minus root 7 by 3. This is 0 root 7 by 3. What is alpha? Smallest one. This is alpha. This is beta. Alpha is minus root 7 by 3. Beta is root 7 by 3. So what is the answer? There greater than 0 is there. Greater than 0 is there. Greater than 0 is there. So greater than 0 is there means what is the answer? X belongs to minus infinity comma alpha union beta comma infinity. That means x belongs to minus infinity comma minus root 7 by 3 alpha. Beta means root 7 by 3 comma infinity. That is the answer. Abhiram, what is your doubt, Amma? Abhiram? Abhiram? ఏదమ్మా అవును మైనస్ కామన్ తీసాను అదే 3 మైనస్ ఎక్స్ స్క్వేర్ ఉంది కమ్మా చెప్తాను చూడు నీ నోట్స్ చూడు ఒకసారి అవునవును దాని రూట్స్ కనుక్కో లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్ దాన్ని జీరో చేయి రూట్స్ ఏమొస్తాయి మైనస్ రూట్ త్రీ వస్తాయి అవును ఆల్ఫా అంటే మైనస్ రూట్ 3 అమ్మ బీటా అంటే రూట్ 3 ఇప్పుడు లెస్ దాన్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్ 0 అంటే ఆన్సర్ ఏంటమ్మా ఎక్స్ బిలాంగ్స్ టు క్లోజ్డ్ ఆల్ఫా బీటా ఓకేనా ఫైన్ అట్లా క్వాడ్రాటిక్ ఇన్ఈక్వాలిటీ సాల్వ్ చేయటం ఓకేనా జస్ట్ ఫ్యాక్టరైజేషన్ చేసుకోవడం అంతే ఏం లేదు 4 ఫార్ములాస్ మనం గుర్తుంచుకోవాలి ఎప్పుడు వస్తుంది చాప్టర్స్ లో ఓకేనా ఇప్పుడు now what we will see is suppose quadratic expression will be there you won't get any factors roots will be there but no factors will be there you cannot factorize there will be quadratic equations where you can find the roots but you cannot factorize suppose look at one model suppose it is like this x square plus x minus 1 less than or equal to 0 right so this is the one right this is the one so anybody factorize this if you factorize you can raise your hand if you can factorize this you can raise your hand for you 2 years free directly you cannot factorize them directly you cannot factorize that one right so you can find the roots so like this type of thing you remember one thing if you are not factorizing means it doesn't mean that no roots are not there right so some students will be in misopinion that if factors are not there sir I am not getting roots right but that is not correct you have to solve the roots. You have to solve the roots. Look at, for this, factors are not there means it doesn't mean that roots are not there. Right? Equal to 0, find the roots by using minus b plus or minus. Minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac, 1 plus root 4 divided by 2. Look at, roots are getting or not? Minus 1 plus root 5 by 2 minus 1 minus root 5 by 2. This is the one. So look at, these are the roots only. Right? Roots are there, but factors you won't get. In that case, what happens is find the roots. We want root sum. Right? So what is the smallest root? Smallest, this is negative, this is positive. So this is smallest, this is beta. Right? In that case, we will find the roots. Alpha is this, beta is this. Then if less than 0, less than or equal to 0 is there, what is the answer? Closed alpha, beta. Closed alpha. Formula is same. This, right? Formula is same. This. So that means x belongs to, what is the answer? Alpha means what? Minus 1 minus root 5 by 2 minus 1 plus root 5 by 2 minus 1 plus root 5 by 2. This is the answer. Right? Coefficient of x square positive, you must always, while solving, always make coefficient of x square positive. Here positive only there. If negative is there, take minus common immediately. Otherwise, you cannot use the formula. Right? So this is the one. If roots, factors are not there, but roots are there. Right? So look at, I will tell one problem. Look at. Look at. Suppose if the problem is given like this, look at. If the problem is given like this, okay, now constant is not there. Look at, problem is given like this, right? You can easily factorize this one, x into x minus 4 less than 0, right? So roots are what? 0, comma 4. If you equate this to 0, what happens? 0, comma 4. Alpha is 0, beta is 4. What is the answer? X belongs to alpha, comma beta. X belongs to 0, comma 4. I have done like this, this is correct only, right? Some people will do like this. Look at, wrong, like this. Look at. After listening this, if you have any doubt, you ask. X square minus 4x. This I have given. Listen carefully. This, some people will do like this. X square less than 4x. Less than 4x. Like this he will do. Right? So by using his creative mind, he will cancel the left hand side and right hand side. By using creative mind, he will cancel. Look at, cancels like this, right? Cancels like this. So x got cancelled. So what you will get? X less than 4. X less than 4. Look at, if you are cancelling like this, x got cancelled, no? So what you are getting? X less than 4. So x less than 4 means what is the answer? Minus infinity, comma 4. Less than 4 means all values less than 4. That means minus infinity, comma 4. But I got only between 0 and 4. I got between 0 and 4 only. You got all the values less than 4. Suppose, look at here. Suppose, look at. Take minus 1. Here minus 1 is there or not? Take minus 1. Take minus 1. Here you substitute. Here you substitute. This is what? 1. Minus 4 into minus 1 is what? 1 plus 4, 5. Is 5 less than 0? Not true. So minus 1 is not solution, but you got. Right? Because you have used your creative mind. Right? So this cancelling is wrong, Amma. Just factorize. Don't cancel both sides. Right? If you cancel, you are getting wrong solution. No? Just factorize. Whenever the quadratic is there, don't cancel that side. Bring this side and factorize. Right? So look at here. You take any value between 0 and 4, it will satisfy. But 0 and 4 also is there here. Between 0 and 4, but you got extra solutions. Extra values, those are not solutions, right? In this interval 0, these values are there or not? These values are also there, right? 0 to 4 is also there, but more values are there which are not solutions of that equation. Like while solving the quadratic inequality, don't cancel anything, right? Just factorize that one. Look at here. I have not cancelled, just taken x common. Two factors like that. These mistakes you will do. Okay? Remember this. Creative mind must be used whenever necessary. Okay, na? Okay, no problem. If you do like this and if you have corrected your mistake, then next time you won't do like that. Look at this is wrong, clear. Minus infinity for all the values will not satisfy na, that equation. Okay, na? So like that, quadratic inequalities we have seen, right? Suppose in the left hand side only two factors are there, right? Only two factors are there, x minus 1 into x minus 4, x plus 1 into x minus 3, like that only two factors are there. What happens if there are more than two factors, right? Those we will see, right? Quadratic means these four form. Whenever quadratic came, use this formula. That is best method, right? If there are more than two factors, then how to find the solution set? I will tell a method. Look it. This method you use if there are more than two factors, right? Look it. First we will see. Look it. Suppose f of x. F of x means nothing is there. Any expression in x. Any expression in x, right? F of x is like this. Look at x minus 1 into x minus 2 into x minus 3 divided by x minus 4 into x minus 5, right? X minus 5. Suppose like this sum. Nothing is there. F of x means I have not started functions yet. F of x means just an expression in x. That's all. Right hand side it is in x, right? An expression in x. That is called function f of x, right? So look at here. So for this f of x, look at roots. Roots means what actually? Roots means what is the meaning? If you substitute an x, it must be 0. It must be 0, right? What is the value of x such that this expression will become 0? When it will be 0, when the numerator becomes 0, it will become 0. That means roots means numerator equal to 0. When it will be 0, right? When the numerator it will become 0, right? Roots means how to calculate roots for this means just equate numerator equal to 0. Numerator equal to 0 means what are the values? Equal to 0, right? What are the values you will get? So therefore roots, these are called roots. These are called roots. These are called roots, right? So for this f of x, roots means nothing. Numerator equal to 0. What are the values of x you will get? That is nothing but root. Look at here. You substitute x equal to 1 here, it will become 0. X equal to 2 here, it will become 0. X equal to 3 here, it will become 0. They are also called zeros. Zeros. Roots are also called zeros. Right? Roots are zeros are same. This is. Now another thing is there. Discontinuities. Okay. You will get one more term. Discontinuities. Discontinuities. Discontinuities is nothing but I am asking this f of x is there where it will become infinity. Where it will become infinity? Tell one value. Anybody got raise your hand? First one. When it will become infinity? Tell one value. Tell one value where it will become infinity. So that means how you told denominator becoming 0. Very good. 0. Very good. Karthik, look at discontinuities. Nothing is there. Discontinuities means where this will become infinity. When it will become infinity? When the denominator is 0. When the denominator is 0, it will become infinity, f of x. So that means just discontinuities are nothing but denominator equal to 0. Denominator equal to 0. Denominator equal to 0 means x minus 4 into equal to 0. That means what are the discontinuities? These are called discontinuities. These are called discontinuity sum. That means the x values at which f of x will be 0 are called roots or zeros. That means the x values at which numerator will become 0, they are called roots or zeros. The x values at which denominator will become 0, those are called discontinuities. Those are called discontinuities. Understood? So suppose you find roots and discontinuities of, suppose I am giving one more question, x square plus x minus 2 divided by x square minus 9. Let us take this x square minus 9. I have given like this amount. You have to find zeros and discontinuities of this f of x. Zeros and discontinuities of this f of x. Right? So what are the zeros and discontinuities? Numerator equal to 0. Numerator equal to 0. Right? First numerator equal to 0 and solve the roots. This, right? So if you factorize this one, you will get x plus 2 into just root sum. This. So therefore, comma 1. Therefore, these are what? I have calculated roots. Roots are what? Minus 2 comma 1. Right? Numerator equal to 0. Denominator equal to 0. Denominator equal to 0 means x square minus 9 equal to 0. X plus 3 into x minus 3 equal to 0. X equal to minus 3, x equal to 3. Right? These are what? Discontinuities. So these are the points where it will become infinity. Denominator is 0. Right? These are the points where it will become 0. Roots and discontinuities. For any expression is given, for finding roots, equate numerator to 0. For finding discontinuities, equate denominator to 0. Right? Anybody has doubt? Suppose I am asking one more question. Look at it. Suppose it is given like this. It is given like this. X into x square minus 1. You have to find roots and discontinuities. Roots and discontinuities. Right? Roots and discontinuities. So if you look at here, what is the denominator? Denominator, nothing is there. Only 1 is there. So it cannot be 0 now. So that means as denominator is not there, there won't be any discontinuities. There won't be any discontinuities because denominator here exists. Here denominator 1 is there. How it can become 0? It will not. Denominator is there mean not there means no discontinuities. Numerator equal to 0. Numerator equal to 0 means x into x plus 1. So what are the roots? 0 plus or minus 1. 0 plus or minus 1. No discontinuities, Amma. No discontinuities. That means there won't be any discontinuities. There won't be any x such that it will become infinity. Where it will become infinity, you tell? It will never become denominator 0. That means it will never become infinity. Right? There will be no discontinuities for this function. Like that, if f of x is given, how to find roots and discontinuities? Look at. So I will tell the method of how to solve. Look at. If coming to the point, suppose you have to solve the inequality where there are more than two factors. Look at. Solving inequalities like f of x less than 0, f of x greater than 0, f of x greater than or equal to 0, f of x less than or equal to 0 by using wavy curve method. By using wavy curve method. Wavy curve method. This is also called method of intervals. Method of intervals. Right? Just less than 0, greater than 0, greater than or equal to 0. We have seen for quadratic. If there are more factors than 2, more than 2, look at. First, write the method, I will explain. While taking the problem, I will explain. Number 1, first step. Right? So, whatever the left hand side is there, that is f of x, like this will be there. F of x less than 0. 0 is there. This side one, we will take f of x. Always left hand side, whatever it is there, we will take f of x like this. Right? First point is find roots and discontinuities. Note down. In between, don't raise your hands. After explanation, you, because I want to write the points and then explain. After explanation, you ask your doubt. Find roots and discontinuities of f of x. Now I told how to calculate. Roots means numerator equal to 0. Discontinuities means what? D equal to 0. D means denominator. Right? So we will find first roots and discontinuities. Right? So numerator equal 0, you will get roots. Denominator equal 0, you will get discontinuities. Number 2. First step, you have to calculate those. Next, list, mark, roots and discontinuities on real number line. Real number line. Real number line. Note down. In ascending order. Mark roots and discontinuities, whatever you have calculated in the first step, on the real number line. That means all those numbers, whatever you got, mark them on the real number line in ascending order. In ascending order. Second step. Third one. Note down first. Give signs. Give signs plus or minus. Plus or minus in the intervals so formed. in the intervals so formed. You note down. Give sign some sign plus or minus in the interval so formed. Okay. F of x greater than 0 in plus sign intervals. F of x less than 0 in minus sign intervals. Note down first. Minus sign intervals. Minus sign intervals. Number 5. While solving f of x greater than 0 and f of x less than 0 include all roots and discontinuities. Discs means discontinuities in open interval. In open interval. In open interval. While solving, note down these points. F of x greater than or equal to 0 and f of x less than or equal to 0 include roots in closed interval and discontinuities in open interval. Note down these points. I will explain with a problem. Look at them. Now while I am doing the problem, observe each and every point carefully on your paper. Right? Now I am rubbing this. Just simple method. You can solve very bigger inequalities by using this one. Look at. All of you listen carefully. Find the set of all values of x, for which number 1, look at x minus 1 into x minus 4 into x minus 6, he has given greater than 0, like this. So for this you don't know the formula. Quadratic inequality only you know, right? There are three factors. Now look at them. Now look at. So this is there, this is there. You take that f of x. You take left hand side, whatever it is there. You take that f of x. So you have to solve f of x greater than 0. He is asking to solve f of x greater than 0. First step, roots. Find roots. First step, find the roots. So f of x only numerator is there. Only numerator is there. Only find roots, numerator equal to 0. Right? What are the values you will get? 1, 4, 6. These are roots, discontinuities. No values. There won't be any discontinuities because denominator is not there. Right? That means only root sum. If these are there, you have to take those also. In this problem, numerator, denominator is not there. Don't take those. So only roots. What are those roots? So first you have to find roots and discontinuities. Roots you got 1, 4, 6. So can you mark 1, 4, 6 on the real number line? Real number line means what? One number line you draw like this. Just right. So first you will get one in ascending order, smallest one, 1. Mark like this in the real number line. First you will get 1 and then next highest 4, 6. You just consider this as real number line. You mark the numbers in ascending order. 1, 4, 6. 1, 4, 6. This is the real number line from minus infinity to infinity. I have marked these numbers, whatever I got on the real number line. Right? When I have marked this on these three numbers, I will get 4 parts. From here you start. First part, minus infinity to 1. First part. Second part, 1 to 4. One part, this is second, this is one part. This line is divided into 4 parts. Right? This is first part you take. This is second part you take. This is third part you take. These are the intervals. This is first interval. This is minus infinity to 1, first interval. 1 to 4, second interval. 4 to 6, third interval. 6 to infinity, fourth interval. Right? So now what you have to do is, I have marked all the numbers on the real number line. Now take each interval number. Take each interval. This is minus infinity to 1. In this interval, you take one value. You take any one value you like. Right? These are all less than 1. I am taking one value. One value means anything you can take. I am taking x equal to 0. I am taking less than 1 means 0 will be there. You take some other value. I am taking x equal to 0. Any value you take in this one and calculate f of x whether it is positive or negative. That means I am calculating 0. In this 0 I am substituting. 0 means 0 minus 1 into 0 minus 4 into 0 minus 6. So minus 1 into minus 4 into minus 6. What you will get? Minus 24. Negative you got. Write the sign here. You take one value of x and then write sign. In my minus infinity to 1, you take any value. You take any value less than 1, you will get negative only. Just take one x value and then substitute in this one and then find the sign, positive or negative. Negative. Suppose you take some other value, minus 2 you take. Substitute here minus 2, minus 1, minus 2, minus 4 into minus 2, minus 6. Negative into negative into negative, negative. That means from here to here, If you take any value, you will get the same negative sign. This first interval over. Next second interval. You take any value you like between 1 and 4. You take any value. Let us take 2. Let us take 2. I am taking here x equal to 2. Right? X equal to 2. 2 you substitute here. 2 minus 1 into 2 minus 4 into 2 minus 6. 2 minus 6. What you are getting the sign? 2 minus 1, 1 into 2 minus 4, minus 2 into 2 minus 6. Positive or negative? This is positive. Write that sign. Plus. Write that sign. 1, 2, 4 I have taken 2. You take x equal to 3. You will also get positive. So just write that sign. Right? So next 4 to 6. 4 to 6 you take one value. 4 to 6 you take one value. Suppose let us say x equal to 5. Here in f of x. So 5 minus 1, 5 minus 1. So this is 4 into, this is minus 1. No, 1 into minus 1. What you will get? Minus 4. This is negative, right? Negative sign. Right? Not necessary that you will get alternate. In some cases, here plus means here plus you will get. First, for the time being, you substitute. So this interval over. Next, last interval. 6 to infinity means what? Greater than 6. You take any value. I am taking 7. I am taking 7. Right? 7 minus 1 into. So this is 6 into. This is 3 into 1. What I am getting? Positive value. Just positive or negative enough. Like this. Look at, I will explain again. First step. This f of x you take amma. You have to solve f of x greater than 0. Whatever the left hand side, you take f of x. Find roots and discontinuities. Roots means numerator equal to 0. There are no discontinuities. All, whatever you got the x values, mark on the real number line. First step. Right? If you mark 1, 4, 6, you got the intervals. First interval, second interval, third interval, fourth interval. In these intervals, take one x value. In the first interval, take one x value and then substitute that x value in f of x. Check whether positive sign or negative sign you will get. I got in this here, I have substituted x equal to 0, negative sign I got. 1, 2, 4 I have substituted. 2 value, I got positive sign. And then 4 to 6, 5 value I have substituted. I got negative sign. 6 to infinity I have substituted 7. I got positive sign. Now, in every interval, give sign, right? So now, what we want is f of x greater than 0. F of x greater than 0. Greater than 0 means positive intervals. Positive intervals. Positive intervals. Positive intervals are where? This is one interval. This is another interval. That means this interval means what? 1 to 4. You write x belongs to. Greater than 0 means all in open. This second interval positive. That means x belongs to 1 to 4. Open. Union. That means this interval as well as this interval. Last interval is what? 6 to infinity. Last interval is what? 6 to infinity. That means greater than 0 intervals are positive intervals. 1 to 4 union 6 to infinity. While you are solving this one, always include all the roots in open interval only. Because at 4, 1, 4 and 6, this value will become 0. That's why greater than 0 means all open intervals. Right? Next, suppose if he asks here less than 0, look at. Less than 0. Till here same amount. If he asks less than 0, negative intervals, where it is? First interval. First interval means minus infinity comma 1. Union negative. Third interval 4 to 6. 4 to 6. That is less than 0. While solving greater than 0 and less than 0, always include in the open interval. I told the point. Why open interval? Because they are the roots. At those values it will become 0. He is asking greater than 0 and less than 0. You cannot include 1, 4, 6 in the closed brackets. At those values it will become 0. So next, f of x, suppose if he asks like this, greater than or equal to 0. F of x, look at f of x greater than or equal to 0. While writing this one, for this also positive intervals only, positive intervals only. Positive means this one only. Same, greater than 0, whatever you have written, positive intervals only. But include in the closed bracket. Positive intervals means 1 to 4 closed brackets. Union, same interval, 6 to infinity. Look at here, greater than 0 we have included in the open interval. Greater than or equal to 0, the same interval written, we have included in the closed brackets. Suppose f of x less than or equal to 0 is asking. Less than means negative intervals only. Minus infinity, comma 1, union. Negative intervals means 4 to 6. 4 to 6. Like that, whenever it is given, take f of x. Right? Find the roots. Discontinuities are not there, only roots. 1, 4, 6. Mark them on the real number line. In all the intervals, you give negative or positive. Like this, you got signs. Greater than 0 means positive intervals. This, I have written 1 to 4, this interval, and then 6 to infinity. Less than 0 means negative intervals. So minus infinity to 1, 4 to 6, all open. Greater than or equal to 0, less than or equal to 0, all closed. Look at one more example, Amma. You will get clarity. After this example, I will invite doubts, whatever you have. Okay. So second, let us say it is like this: x plus 1 into x minus 2 into x into x plus 3. Right? I want to solve this less than or equal to 0. I want to solve this sum. Now, right? So look at second question. Take this as f of x. Take left hand side. This is 0. If 0 is there, take left hand side as f of x. Take left hand side as f of x. Simply roots. Denominator is not there. No. Only roots. Only root means this is equal to 0. What you will get? Minus 1, 2, 0, minus 3. Equate this to 0. What you will get? Minus 1, 2, 0, minus 3. Mark them on the real number line. Look at here. Just simple, very simple. Minus infinity plus infinity. Just mark them. First minus 3, least 1. Next least minus 1. Next least 0. Next least 2. Like that, in the ascending order you mark on the real number line. Right? Now this is first interval. This is second part. This is third part. This is fourth part. This is fifth part. This is fifth part. Right? Because I have marked 4 numbers, you will find out 5 intervals. Previously I have marked 3 numbers. You will find 4 intervals. If n points are marked, you will get n plus 1 intervals. Right? Look at first interval. First interval I have to give sign positive or negative. Positive or negative. Positive or negative. I am taking here minus 4. Less than minus 3. Minus 4 I am taking. Minus 4 I am taking. Look at. Minus 4 in the first part. In the first part, in the first interval, 1x I am taking, minus 4. Minus 4 plus 1, negative. Minus 4 minus 2, negative. Minus 4, negative. Just I will write sign. Minus 4 plus 3, negative. Negative into negative, positive. So this is positive. Right? But just write sign here. Just positive. I want plus or minus, that's all. What is the value I don't want. Right? So in the first interval over, second interval. In the second interval, minus 3 to minus 1, take any value. So lot of values are there. X equal to minus 2. X equal to minus 2. Substitute in this sum, f of x only. So minus 2 plus 1, negative. Minus 2, negative. Minus 2, negative. Minus 2 plus 3, positive. What you will get? Here you will get minus. Of course, you are getting alternate, but not necessary. That's why check. Look at third interval. Third interval, minus 1 to 0. Minus 1 to 0 means what is the value? Minus 0.5. Not necessary integer, anything you can take. Minus 0.5. So look at minus 0.5 plus 1, positive. Minus 0.5 minus 2, negative. Minus 0.5, negative. Minus 0.5 plus 3, positive. What you will get? Positive. So here you will get positive. Here you will get positive. In the third interval you will get positive. So fourth interval. Fourth interval, x equal to 1. X equal to 1 you substitute here in f of x. So 1 means 1 plus 1, positive. 1 minus 2, negative. So 1 means positive. So 1 plus 3 means positive. So what you will get? Negative. Over. Signs are over. Signs are over. Now what he is asking, look at, less than or equal to 0. So negative intervals you have to write. So what he is asking? F of x is asking f of x less than or equal to 0. Less than or equal to 0 means negative intervals, you see where it is there. Minus 3 to minus 1, x belongs to. Equal to 0 means include in the closed brackets. Union, this last interval means 2 comma infinity. This is the answer. Suppose here it is given less than 0. Suppose instead of less than or equal to 0, it is given less than 0. What happens? Negative intervals you write. Just open brackets. Let me complete this. I will invite your doubt. Greater than or equal to 0. Greater than 0. Suppose if you ask someone here greater than 0. Greater than 0 means only positive intervals. Open interval. Minus infinity, comma, minus 3. Union minus 1 comma 0. This is positive, this is positive. This is the one answer. Right? Next, suppose he is asking here greater than or equal to 0. Only positive intervals included in the closed brackets. Minus infinity to minus 3 union. Minus infinity always open them. Don't include them in the closed brackets always. Now ask your doubt regarding this. Manita, what is your doubt? Tell me. ఏంటమ్మా ఎక్కడ ఓహో 0 to 2 రాయలేదు 0 to 2 0 to 2 రాసాగా ఇక్కడ రాయాలి ఓకే I will write okay 0 to 2 minus only here plus then intervals will change. I will write again. Look at wait for just I have forgotten. This is correct only. Here you substitute, you will get positive. So less than or equal to 0. Less than or equal to 0 means So negative intervals -3 to -1 union 0 to 2, right? This -3 to -1 0 to 2 equal 0 means all in closed brackets, right? Less than 0, less than 0, look at less than 0 means just these are open only, negative intervals only, open interval. This greater than 0 means positive interval. Positive interval means -infinity to -3 union -1 comma 0 union 2 comma infinity, right? Greater than or equal 0 means plus intervals only in closed brackets union 2 comma infinity. This is the answer. If any doubt, ask me, ma. Karthik, what is your doubt? Karthik, ask your doubt if anything is there. Like that, just nothing is there. F of x you take, and then roots. Till now, discontinuities are there, are not there. Tomorrow I will tell if they are there, what happens. So denominator is not there, there will be no discontinuities. Then mark them on the real number line, and then give positive or negative. Just greater than 0, greater than or equal to 0, less than 0, less than or equal to 0. Greater than 0, less than 0 means just positive interval, greater than 0, open interval. Less than 0 means negative interval. You write negative intervals, open interval. Greater than or equal to 0 means positive intervals only, closed brackets you write. Less than or equal to 0 means negative intervals only, closed brackets you write. Okay, now. Tomorrow I will continue this, and then domains we will start tomorrow. Okay, now. If any doubt is there, raise your hand again. Any conceptual doubt is there? Okay, Nama. Thank you, all of you. Adugu. Good evening. Huh?